Karon plays Omen.
Yeah, I mean, he's really grown into one of his own, and it's going to be a read, but Jing's going to get the first shot and leading in numbers as well. APAC not going to pick up the tempo, though, with the counter paint shows coming out. Slows them down, and now just leaving a lurk. They will reset to explore other parts of the map. Now rotating over to Mount, they would have control of the revolving door as well.
This is huge. They get the heals off as well from Divine. So yeah, Mindfreak taking quite a bit of damage there in that exchange, but able to get him up a little bit. The door is open, and looks like APAC is really highly considering a full-on C-exec.
Yeah, but despite the heals, of course, not all topped up just yet. Munchkin, can he get the nice shots in through? And the Poison Cloud comes up, but Forsaken, he still somehow crouches through, continues moving forward, dodges the bullets, and now Texture. I mean, it's a 2v3. No real point of waiting for backup. He's got to dwindle the numbers, but he's been checked out through that one-way. Meteor now on the backup, and APAC, they've taken their post-plant positions, 3 spread apart with crossfires all the way through. But a nice headshot from Meteor, kicks things up, and before he catches the trip, he's gonna get the second, down to a 1v1, and Texture already wrapping around GENG. The push has come through. Karon just going to look to hold close quarters with a Spectre stuck on tree. But look at this. GENG already aware of the possibility of a rotate back into B. Meteor. He's been blinded, but now he's got his sights back. Lakia there, but still a 1-for-1, 2-for-2 trade for APAC. Pushing heaven, picking up weapons. Texture recognizes the danger, has to keep them at bay. Now it's all 3 members of GENG pinching onto the site. Karon takes care of one. The double of APAC stuck on heaven. Texture just keeping them at bay until his teammates are able to pinch in. But Divine gets a kill on the drop. Karon hoping for backup from Texture, and they'll both get a kill each at the same time, recovering the anti-ego.
Yeah, great patience at the end from GENG. This is something that has made them so successful this year, is they're rarely not attacked.
And a Guardian, right? Bought triple Guardians there to try to really snowball things forward as both teams trying to have a bit of a skirmish to control rubber. It's going to be a late delay from GENG. We've seen a lot of teams adjusting to this. It's going to be a high-low from Karon as well, off of all the util masking the sound. And that is Rubble taken over. No weapons dropped on the side of GENG. Just said upgrades coming through, but Forsaken, we've seen him lurk through so early once again from Baby Door. It's gonna be a triple. Can he get yet another ace? He seems to do it every time here on Lotus. And now GENG spread apart, having to fight solo on either side of the map, while APAC, they'll be grouping up as 3. They don't want to make the same mistakes. They want to make sure that they're there for trades. But Meteor has led them on a bit of a wild chase all the way around the site. Texture gets spotted by the cam. Looks like, I mean, GENG, they may not have time to really activate anything here with the remaining timer of the spike.
Texture able to upgrade the gun, cannot win the duel against Devi though.
And it's just Meteor who doesn't actually have a weapon either, so he'll have to go for whatever damage he can get, trying to isolate the 1v1s. He gets one. Oh, I thought he might be able to get 2. Of course, the spike's still ticking down. It's going to be the round win for APAC.
Forsaken here, they've got a crossfire set up.
Yeah, it looks like GENG, they just want to make sure that they're able to pick up a couple more weapons before they go in, and look at that, a triple peak. High-low crouch as well, but now it's back to a double from the side of APAC. They're not letting this go yet. Mindfreak will spray down the remaining members, and Texture all alone with a Sheriff. Can't make the magic happen this time. APAC will be taking over the lead, 3-2.
I mean, Mindfreak looking really good on their defender side, usually. GENG has been really stalwart in their defense on this. Now they're going to overstack C, kind of expecting that this has been where APAC feels like they have a good read onto Meteor and his positionings.
Yeah, but backup all arrived, right? And this is even with that snake bite to try to fake them out away from A site. It's going to be Texture who's trying to make sure he blocks him out, but he's a little too scared to fire the first shot. Wants to line him out, and that gives time for Jing to turn around for a double. Uncharacteristic of the star duelist of GENG to hesitate on the trigger. Let the round slip away. Karon, the rookie, last one alive, and Forsaken continuing the jiggle for another round win. Karon just gonna have to wait for the crossfire. The tripwire sent, no reaction. Forsaken trying to bait this out. He knows that this door is open for a reason. And now the execute on through the revolving door is gonna happen. Wow. Jing sends it, uses the showstopper as an extra boost to move forward, dodge all the bullets, and the site has just been broken open. So we do see a bit of a trade near Baby Door, but something is the guard. Can you get through him?
No idea.
The barrel. No idea. Lakia still hidden right by it. They sniffed something, but not how close enough it was. And now the retake. GENG, 3 members ready for the flood. Lakia just trying to draw a lot of aggro. towards that baby door side, draw them out into the open. Mindfreak going for a bit of a Hail Mary with the from the shadows. Meteor going to stabilize the shot first, but now the pinch. GENG, they hear his shots, and it's going to be a peek out from Texture, but he gets taken down. Mindfreak still going for it, half already done by Munchkin. The defuse, they just want to try to stick it, but the spam's coming through, it's ticking down. You have to stick it now, and he's pinpoint on for the headshot, and Devi will clean it up. I love this from PaperX. Anytime GENG is weak on their buys, it's going to be Meteor who's targeted, but you can't count this guy out with single shots. He'll take down 2. It's going to be the Raze and Sky down something, also taking a big hit, and that will slow down PaperX. So Meteor, a bit of an adjustment there. Instead of waiting in the site, pushes out towards Mound to challenge them early, allows his teammates to come for backup. And now B and C site have been flooded. They will be found through the neural theft.
And now they're going to change ideas. Saw too much pressure. Try to make it work onto B. Forsaken looking for the pick off the ping, but not quite able to find himself that kill. Plant going to be able to come down. Switch to the Vandal.
Oh, with the classic! Woo! Oh, takes him down. That's a rifle upgrade. Now Forsaken's lurk. Are they ready for this? They have no idea. Forsaken, he'll just take the 1 kill. He's happy to buy time to try to bring home this round victory. Tries to flick up, but that's a tough one. Lakia will be able to find that kill. Mindfreak dodges, and he won't be able to connect to the second one. Munchkin picking another with the Sheriff, and it's going to be the Thrifties of GENG that return. Yeah, the 6-4, something dashes ahead of Rubble, takes all this space, and he's ready for it as well. Sees the tag, sees Lakia getting hit right through the Toxa screen. No idea what hit him. And now 2 members of GENG still on the A side. But a lot of risk, tries to take the shot, but he's a little too late, only hits the Trailblazer, and another swing out, but Texture, good for another. Oh, that's going to be the double blast back, completely draws the crosshair away, and PaperX seems to have good control of this A site once again.
The reaction protocols from PaperX are so good. Right on the back of that Trailblazer to try to set something up. Yeah, he dies, but immediately GENG satchels past the operator, knowing that he's stuck in place without using satchels of his own to get out. There's no quick out for Texture there, and GENG and Forsaken take perfect advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely an honest moment of, was it a burr, was it a plane? No, it was GENG. But by the time he figured that one out, Texture was down and out. Now it's going to be the 7th round win for PaperX. Finally bringing some good old meta balance to the attacking and defending win rates to Pacific.
Yeah, it was about time. I mean,
we haven't seen this in
quite
so often.
I know. Lotus has been a super defender-sided map, but this is going to be the team ace for Paper.
To make sure we don't run into the operator, nor any of the amazing ultimates on the side of GENG. Nightfall gets used. 2 members will dash out, but something gets ahead of it. Doesn't need audio when he's up in the air, and it's going to be the showstopper trying to keep the rest of PaperX at bay, but GENG jumping forward, gets a lot more kills, and now just Meteor left alive. Picks up the operator. He's always been good for 1, but can he be good for 3? Not even a single kill, as it will be an 8-4 half for PaperX.
It looks like it's going to be another brawl right at the front of B.
And they'll run into each other right away. The guiding light, it is going to be antied, and there's a paranoia. Counter paranoia as well. Do they recognize where it came from? No, they're going to spot Mindfreak a little too late, and their crosshair is shaken up by the boombot as well. Double kill for GENG. The answer back from the door from something as well. The backup is there for PaperX. Now a 3v2, but of course the battle still 2v2 as Forsaken awaits the approach on the A side.
It's a pretty good read now for GENG, moving towards C, seeing if they can get it. But of course, as is tradition, PaperX not letting go of those W keys and just going to keep right at their heels, right behind them. Now Lakia is watching it. Is he going to be able to get it? Nope, that's spiked down too.
Not quick enough, and Munchkin, he's afraid of the flank now, recognizing that they're pushing him from behind. You got to be afraid of where's Forsaken coming from, because surely it's going to be a pinch and a wide swing. Something's been loving those here at VCT Pacific as they continue the lead. Don't have too many left. PaperX are only 4 rounds away. We've been seeing the outlaw a lot from GENG. He misses the first, he misses the second. He's in a bit of danger now. He's got to run away, but something is there with a Vandal. GENG, you did not account for this one. The hate shells will knock GENG out. As GENG wanted to greed for another off of the reload, but now back up a ride from Devi. GENG, all their eyes set on something. He's trying to draw aggro. But it's going to be Meteor who's just checking. There's the jump peek, but it's going to be Devi who swings out first. And now just trying to spray down the close members. The classic comes into play as well. And Devi doesn't need the PaperX buff. He'll just get the kills himself alongside Mindfreak. See, that's going to be their next obstacle.
Yeah, it's going to be the kind of go signal for PaperX to start pushing the rest of the map. I like what Paper X did here. Really tried to hide
Their
setup.
Stunned.
Oh, they got him.
Trying to creep forward, but it's just not enough, and something clears that. And GENG, they wanted to rotate back. They wanted to plant something in C, but now they'll have to just start to walk in and clear all these traps. They have no idea where Forsaken might be. They're creeping forward. They thankfully will clear out the Cypher, and now taking over the site. It's going to be a quick surround by Paper X. Revolving door and something now from Defender Spawn as well. Trying to clear the angles. He draws the sight of one, and that's going to be the cue for the rest of the team to start pinching it forward. Divide trying to draw aggro, but he goes down. Now a 2v2. GENG, can they win the duels? It's going to be Munchkin who wins one. Now a 2v1. Mindfreak, he gets one. Can he get the second? The spray down not quite landing. And Munchkin holding close from heaven, but I'm not sure if he was spotted by the Trailblazer. Not at all. He's hiding right behind the Tux screen. He counts for one. That's one down. Tries to hide back into it. GENG goes way far. The Showstopper not finding its target. Texture's still alive. He stabilizes for another kill. Mindfreak in the short. He won't find its targets just yet. The Nanoswarm keeping them at bay, and GENG, they've got the post plants. They've got the angles. The Nanoswarm will be cleared by GENG. He's quick on that, but they have to push. They have to get kills. It's a 2v3. The spike is ticking down, and they are just getting pressured as Meteor gets yet another kill. The paint shells, but GENG only 8 HP. Gets one kill. Can he at least drop all the weapons? No, it's going to be Lakia who will get the last kill, and GENG follow up to 7. For Paper X, as we do see the spray coming in through the smoke. Nobody close. They still haven't cleared the second trip, but it's going to be something that draws the aggro first. Forsaken good for a double. GENG still alive on the site. Something trying to bounce back out as GENG flies forward, but Texture, he's just going in through aim training as all these targets fly at him. 1v2. Can he get the clutch? He's already been spotted. He's going to plant with the help of the paint shells. Finds one. Doesn't have time though. He has to stick the plant. Will he have it? He stops it. Divine knows. And he goes for the peak. Texture with the ace. And once again, it's been a rough going so far in Lotus, but he's back on top. And now Meteor finds a pick on C as well. That will slow things down for GENG. They know they have options. With the Cypher down, they can go anywhere. The immediate call comes out. They've been spotted and something follows through. You have to watch out for this. Paper X, when they see an opening, they will not let go. They will drag you back. But Meteor says, welcome right into my arms. 2 down with the Outlaw. Tries to peek around the Boombot, not going to find an opening. Now he's just trying to play for time as the rest of his team is creeping into the site. Guiding Light comes out. GENG has to make a decision. The call comes out to try to reinforce, but Meteor may not need any assistance as he gets another. Still only. They are just patient. They know they are so close to trying to tie this up on Lotus. Their map pick. This best of 3 in stage 1. Tapping the spike, Mindfreak recognizes the members, but Meteor's there for the flank. That's a 4K now. Outlaw picked up for GENG. He'll try to do what he can, but it's only got 1 shot left in it. He can't go for the double, and Munchkin will clean things up.
Seekers. The Vipers bit in the lockdown, so a lot of counter utility play. GENG this time going to be taking mountain control with a TP in the back.
Paranoia out, but he's not going to land the shot. Divide will stop it, and that should stop the advance from Paper X entirely, as GENG will slow things down just enough for something. He's thinking about peeking out of this revolving door. Off of the Guiding Light as well. The team comms are right back in form for Paper X. As they will going to be the Odin pressuring, seeing if there's a reaction to smoke to help hit the tripwire. The Boombot will take the hit for that one, but the Nightfall is going to force Forsaken out. Does he stick around? He tags one with the cam, makes sure that they don't approach, and that buys him just enough time to try to get away. Still no audio, and he has no idea that the rope's been taken. Busy with the reload on the Odin. Mindfreak takes over drop. Spike already planted though, and GENG set up for the postman. Texture, a bit of a curveball, the wild card. Something might have seen him because he catches the barrel, chases him down, and immediately swivels for a second headshot. And now it's just going to be Meteor and Munchkin. 2v2, but the health not on their side. Nanoswarm buying time. The second one has to be launched right away. It's a lot of time bought. They couldn't clear it in time. Half not done. Now switching up that position, trying to push it. They actually just get it with the spray, and if Munchkin can't get it, it's going to be Meteor, who's just buying time. Still enough for Mindfreak. He tries to turn away, but Munchkin finds a sliver of an angle. They are tied.
Dealing with it, then working the map nicely. Here we go, fast hit, now out the open.
Just right through the screen for Texture to pick up a triple. Paper X, they tried to adjust, and Mindfreak's holding on for dear life. If he gets a third, it's a totally different story. Now a 1v2 for Forsaken. Can he do it when Paper X needs it most? The setup all the way on C site. but the lurk from Meteor, it's faster than Forsaken might expect. He has no idea, and it's going to be the kill. 12-11, map point for GENG as the... They know for certain as his door is open that it's going to be an A hit. Forsaken, does he look for a timing? He creeps in, he hears the Cypher cage, but that's just bait from Munchkin! The absolute 200 IQ play baits out the Cypher. GENG trades for something, but they've already lost quite a few. Divide trying to clear the site, Spike still not planted. The showstopper will have to be used by Texture to make sure they have enough time. 3v2 for GENG. Munchkin holding from afar by Rubble. Tries to cover their bases. The showstopper sent to cover drop. Now Spike planted. Mind Freak, does he use Cox screen against them? The smoke to see if there's a peek, but not quite just yet. Drop going to be filled up by GENG. It's going to be a pinch from Paper Rex. Mind Freak's creeping up, but the barrel shows as Lakia turns his head. Texture gets the kill onto GENG, and Mind Freak knows he has to get it, but not in time. And the IGL of GENG will close out an insane 13. Obviously very good in the pistol, but in general as well, it should be very good against the double flashes of the Gecko KO, as you still won't be able to fire through all the angles. Something just going to get a blind kill through the smoke. That'll dwindle down to numbers, and a lurk already in action by Divide. We'll keep our eye on that on the middle of the map, as he's already cycled all the way through, but the wingman's still going. That snakebite ain't taking away little bro anytime soon, and we've seen this too many times for it to happen again, as GENG will get the defuse. Armors from Paper Rex. Surely they suspect an outlaw when it's GENG with Texture and Meteor. So we'll see what ideas they have. It's going to be a high pop flash from the KO. Texture just throwing out the Paranoid to buy more time. Allows him to reposition a little bit. Something with the hard dive in with the dash, but Munchkin already there from behind the site, and Texture gets another with the Outlaw. Mind Freak's already close with the Stinger, and he's going to be able to kill Texture. Not able to stabilize in the smoke. And the spike will be planted. It's surrounded by the walls. Lakia finds the scope of one. Mind Freak going down. And GENG all alone. Stinger in hand. Judge and Bulldog to work with for GENG. It's going to be the Dizzy that's used to clear away from Heaven. Now creeping in from Charon. The Judge actually gets the kill from about medium range from down below. Back up the utility, letting GENG know that this is an execute onto the site. Texture's holding close. He gets spotted by the dash, so he's going to have to buy time, as Munchkin will take out one of the Paranoia for support, but it's going to be Paper X that just absolutely overwhelmed GENG. So he will go for another plant. This time, no Sage left alive, so no wall to block off the lines of sight. Meteor takes advantage of the long range, picks off the Viper, forces away something with the Nano Swarms, ready for the trade as well. Forsaken eventually wins out, but that gives time for GENG. The rest of the forces to push through. The Thrash will clear out all the areas, finds him, and he is detained. And forget any sort of disrespect, they will just be going for the defuse. Lakia barely lands in time to get the kill without taking any damage, but it's going to be the third round nonetheless. Risk with the slow orb and the utility coming out as well. Paranoia at the ready. This is a trap play set up by GENG. They're going to push forward. The Dizzy tags him as well. They're ready for belt push, but Texture not able to get the kill just yet. So down to 4 members, 4 rifles for GENG. A dash in, but something, he's been surrounded. Lakia tries to push him, but something's just waiting for that opportunity. And that allows the rest of Paper Rex to try to swarm the site. Munchkin and Meteor holding true in the back of sight, trying to isolate the 1v1s, but they can't get it, and the node command will just go down at the back. Charon not able to res as Munchkin eventually gets taken out. A 3v1. Charon, the rookie star, quiet in the first map. Can he find an opening in the second? Gets pinged, uses that against him, isolates one. Ready for another, goes for the repeat, but can't find Forsaken, already waiting wide away.
So far, obviously we haven't seen Icebox from Paper X in quite some time. This push out, Forsaken, good for one, and out we go. Munchkin is nuts. How is he always so good with these guns? He's one taps.
Especially on Icebox as well, right? Just something about him. Turns that switch on. Tries to stabilize a 4v4. Texture will recover that weapon now, and that could be the deal breaker, but no, GENG just shuts down right away. And GENG, despite having a 3-1 lead, of course the econ very low. Munchkin gets the kill from afar as we see extra damage coming in from Charon with the right click. Now just trying to retake some space, but with the rifle recovered, when does GENG call for the save? Try to bank up some econ once again. He's ready for it, sees the leg, and he will swing right back, trying to clear both corners at the same time. That might be the opening they needed. Charon eventually goes down. Munchkin Does he get the call that someone's close? Might have caught a glimpse of him, and he's going to get 4 on for the ace, but he needs to defuse the spike as well. Not sure about the position, waiting for Devi, who's oftentimes lurking, but not going to find him just yet. Devi will tease him with the timer. Munchkin just wants to take away the weapons one last time, but Devi will secure the round. Rotate to either site. Texture holding A with the op. It's going to be the Nano Swarms, and the Null Command comes through though, so it's not going to be allowing the Killjoy to hold on to the site any longer. Meteor actually backs out just to hold an angle, sees the gun barrel. The spike will get planted, but it's going to be GENG, who already has so much space and a numbers advantage, 4v3. Now the alarm bot goes off. They know that they're still bouncing around the entry from green into the site. Yellow not cleared yet for GENG. All of them grouped up. The paranoia goes all the way through. Should have hit something, but they can't find him right around the edge just yet. And Meteor, he's still running and gunning when he swings around. Something will barely get that kill with 28 HP. The snake bite clears it right at the end and the pit, but it's right up against the wall. The spike should be easy to spam through. Little bro tries to go for it, and Lakia swings out to assist the little bro, and it's going to be Wingman going for the defuse once again, 4-2. Information he wants. Meanwhile, Mindfreak was already all the way up tube. Meteor takes a bit of a hit. Divide there. They didn't quite suspect 2 members in mid already. Munchkin wanted to get him on the exit, and that gives PaperX the idea to try to push back up. Meteor's wise to it though. Dwindles down the numbers, and Mindfreak now another curveball going under tube. Planting Forsaken back in tube as well. PaperX, they're continuing to keep control of mid. Nano Swarm used to allow for Lakia to hold a little bit safer on the side of yellow. Resurrection by GENG.
Yeah, and you got to be real careful here as Lakia. You have a Thrash, so you're a real big piece of this puzzle.
Well,
never mind.
You say that, the caster Chris strikes, and he'll go down without much of a fight. And PaperX now have control of this site, but Meteor trying to defend his own lockdown with his life. Can anyone get here to make sure that it's going to be PaperX trapped into this texture? Will clear the enemies, but something pushes out just in time. Kitchen taken over by Devi. And Texture, it's too many angles for him to try to clear with an operator, but he's still going to go for it. Already posted up in Snowman. Doesn't catch something up top. Doesn't catch anybody else up top either, and Devi will swing out on a timing. Take Texture with a headshot, and that's going to be the operator. It's all really, once again, a trap play, and we've seen GENG rely on this every now and then if they wanted to throw a curveball. They're actually just going to try to swing out. They don't want to let PaperX approach. They know PaperX would check the corners, but they won't find the kills. And it's an attempt from GENG, but it's going to fall flat as there is the aggro drawn by something. Great teamwork from PaperX. Wall goes up, spike goes down. And that should be the round as Munchkin sitting solo close to the wall with a Sheriff. See if he can get a cheeky kill or two.
Hoping that maybe Jing is going to go up the rope and
get a freebie. Restraint from PaperX. A rare breed indeed. Oh my gosh. Attempted the 3K. Attempted it for sure. 0 point should tag Lakia as well. So in a little bit of trouble. No command immediately to make sure that there is no utility for backup. And Lakia trying to make sure he goes for the anti-flash. They actually just don't check it up top. Munchkin draws the aggro first, and it's going to be 3 members down on the side of PaperX. GENG only taking damage on the side of their Gecko. So that takes away the Thrash, but it's going to be enough for the rest of GENG to clear out a site and take it.
Rust. Some of that lack of coordination, you know, with Jing coming back into the roster. Karon, oh boy.
It's going to be a lot, and they check the corner, but not quickly enough as Karon gets 2, and that should be enough to slow things down. Paranoia keeps Jing at bay. Lakia already under tube. Wingman clearing close, but Texture goes down from afar. Mindfreak will equalize the numbers. Meteor picks right up where Texture left off, and Jing has to heal. They should be aware. The resurrection comes in, and Devi tries to go for the trade, but it's a double stack. Lakia and Munchkin will clean things up, leading 8-4 at the half for GENG.
On Lotus, so GENG gonna get the site for free. Can they kind of turn the tables? Last time it was the defenders who were able to get this, but it's a much faster retake attempt here. PaperX already finding one. Munchkin down, the trade from Mindfreak as well.
Yeah, the flank coming in very fast. GENG wasn't quite ready for that. They were peeking out, but it seems that they were a little bit caught off guard, but a good angle from Texture. He'll still alive with 27 HP. See if that's the deal breaker as Karon swinging around. He finds one. Lakia's going to pick up the kill. Goes for the trade there, and Jing, everyone solo. Mindfreak's actually going to pick up the headshots onto 2. Lakia and Karon goes down. Texture still at 27 HP. Devi at 89.
Oh my
He gets
God.
spotted up top. Texture, hear the drop, but he can't land the headshot as there's a slight ramp down. And Devi will get the kill.
So things kind of looking a little bit more normal, but Munchkin, these tricky positions, are they going to be accounted for? He gets hit through the
Grating,
grate,
yeah.
the grate of that fence.
Just barely stays alive. Had to go for the left clicks as the right clicks also would have just hit the grate as well, but it's going to be Mind Freak. Swings out, well aware of the lurk-in from Meteor. And Wingman not even going to get the plan, and it looks like GENG perhaps losing a lot of that value. Texture will pick up a kill. Mind Freak not quite aware of Charon's position. Nice to regain a bit of an angle. Texture gets another at long range around the poison cloud. It's a swing out from Charon. He waited so patiently, and he's able to try to hold control of the site. And Texture with 30 on the Sheriff makes the crowd go wild once. Quick backup as well. Flash drives at the ready, so is the frag when the toxic screen comes down. They were waiting for this moment. Devi picks off one, and GENG, they might have to reconsider things as Wingman will go in for the plant. But is that just enough? No, Lockett can't get the spray down through the toxic screen. Something will pick off the kill. Now Nano Swarms at the ready, but Paper X, they're ready to push things out. It's going to be the Cloudburst, try to draw out a reaction. There's the Sage Wall, they have to break that quickly, but the swing of the wide swing, something, once again the crosshair magnet works its magic, and that's all the time Forsaken needs for the defuse. Paper X answer right back with a threat. To be a set execute, but an immediate clearance of all the utility makes him think twice about this one. The paranoia to allow Texture to dive in with the Shrouded Step. He's already under, but he gets spotted. The slow orb keeps him tied up. He will go for the trade for Forsaken with a quick double, and another from Devi and Jing each. It's going to be
Tricky for GENG, so GENG, they want to start thinking more about this B site, more about using some of their utility to clear these angles.
Ooh.
See if they can get a plant down. Devi does find one towards mid, a lurking Meteor accounted for.
Yeah, Lockett took a hit through his own Dizzy as well. Forsaken still holding on. Wasn't quite ready for Texture to swing out, but he will get out safely. Jing finds the lurking Munchkin. Paper X starting to get a pulse onto the opponents and their abilities to rotate and lurk. Now
stuck in that garage area.
Yeah, not much to do on this round. Just trying to see if the opponents approach them for a couple cheeky kills like that.
Well, they're just trying to dodge all that fire, but eventually Jing is going to find him. Lakia down, only on Texture. Did pick up a Phantom in the midst of all of this, but with 61 HP. Not looking ideal, and turns just at the last second. Mind Freak good for the final kill. It's Paper X up to 8. Much available. They're just gonna go.
Oh, it's the wall love. I've been waiting for something like this. Paper X, there's never just a clean game of Sage. It's always something tricky, and it's just a push out across the entire map. This GENG just dropped like flies all near their spawn, never able to leave home. And Paper X shuts the door in front of them.
Yeah.
GENG takes over some part of mid for a pinch. Not going to have too many options.
Yeah, they're trying to get to the corner so they can get the Vipers
Oh
pinned down.
no, the Shrouded Step gets spotted before the flash. A bit of a mismatch. This is not something we used to see from GENG in the beginning of the year. But now with the Omen in the mix, they haven't quite cleaned up the timings just yet. And Paper X will punish that mistake like there's no tomorrow. Wingman trying to get the tag, but it's just way too many members. Lockyer will do his best something impersonation, but it doesn't end with a kill. As we see Meteor, last one alive, not able to land it onto Jing. Here, Charon down to 5 HP as GENG, they will still relentlessly try to go forward with this. Wingman getting spammed through the wall. He cannot finish the plan. The lockdown already committed from GENG, but Paper X has slowed down the onslaught. And GENG, they will have to recover the spike and still battle through this retake, along with a lockdown, a potential no command, everything in the arsenal of Paper X, and it's going to be the classic aggro draw as Forsaken gets the trade, swings out for a third, and he goes for a fourth, and that is Paper X taking over the lead for the first time.
Switch to an off. I'm a bit surprised. Haven't seen one here with all this extra money, but you don't need it when you're that good.
Yeah, might have even heard that one. Texture trying to scout it out, but something just too good on the swing. And now the flash used from Forsaken to try to put extra pressure onto Garage. GENG has to keep clearing all of that. Meteor tries to take it upon himself to open the map a bit further in mid, but it's not there, so they continue pushing. Green, something still here. Whiffs on that first shot, not able to stabilize. Now a 2v3 for GENG. You've still got the Thrash. You've still got the Dizzy, one more flash drive as well. They do have the tools. And if they can catch Divide here in mid, if he can pick up that kill, and Divide knows, as long as I stay alive, the backup's there. Munchkin takes a lot of hits for his trouble.
Yeah, and they're going to try to split the map, see if they can confuse Paper X, but Paper X is fully committed towards A, especially with that knife there. That's got to be your thought that it's going to be that. Now the Thrash on the other side, so you're thoroughly confused as Paper X to which side of the map this is actually going to be. You do get the detain onto Forsaken. Going to use the Dizzy as well to check if he has any cover, but Jing is just arriving through Kitchen.
Yeah, they weren't able to capitalize on that kill just yet, so that means Munchkin, while he's rotated all the way back over for his teammate, trying to make sure that they have a bit of a numbers advantage. Now to capitalize on that, and now it's all up to Wingman. The swing off of the flash drive. Jing not able to stop the plant. This might be the best chance that GENG has had. The drop, the oh-quite check for Avlakia, looking for another. Can he get a second? No, and it's going to be Jing and Forsaken. And he's trying to hold close. He doesn't want this pit to come up. He wants to strike when the iron is hot, and he'll try to swing out. They're trying to make sure that GENG dumps all their util before they're able to do anything. Forsaken trying to go for a long-range trade, but it's going to be GENG who still just wins out in the numbers. More angles covered. The smoke eventually dissipates. There is the jump up onto the wall. Avlakia eventually gets the spike down. Now something trying to join Jing in the verticality, as we see a from the shadows from Texture. Lands all the way behind Paper X, and they have to jump into the smokes as Avlakia sprays down for two. It's all up to something, and with the Blaze Storm, it's going to be so tough to try to clear this Viper's pit. Skirts around, and Charon will answer back. We still go yet another round. Swarm, don't disrupt any type of plant. The null command coming out, but it's not going to be catching the Killjoy just yet. Forsaken takes down the KO, and Mindfreak just trying to drag this fight out as long as possible. A wide swing from Texture, but Jing gets yet another kill. It's going to be the long-range hold from something, and now it's all down to Texture as Jing takes him down. 13-11 once again, but on the other side is Paper X. They finally answer for their own nightmares in Icebox, pick up a victory, and take us on showers. And suddenly, the position's very good for Paper X. They will take a big hit from something. The high Dizzy along with the Trailblazer. It's just their own two comp right now, and that draws all the aggro as Mindfreak's able to sneak out from his own smoke. He's now just holding Evan. They know that people are missing. He's just trying to buy time as everyone's missing their right clicks, but Munchkin will finally land the shot. Something trying to hold on to the site, and of course, eventually, it is just going to be the round path there. Sends it all the way through the window as well, as they had already taken over main. Of course, Hookah, the only place that's missing. Divide just going for a spray off of the drop. Knows that they have to be somewhere near the smoke. He'll wait for a little backup. It's just going to reset onto the headshot against Texture. The spike will get planted, but it's going to be Forsaken who just puts up the cove, waits for them to flood it. And the Stinger good for two. Meteor not having his Sheriff out just in time. It's going to be a flawless for Paper X. Tempo, the rest of the team has to come through. The Thrash is going to tag a bunch of people, and Jin's gonna go for the cleanup as Texture just has to hide himself in hopes that he can recover the round. But Paper X, they back-to-back flawless GENG, and this is a one-sided start. Potential lurk here in window. But will they get the clear? It has to be a double swing. Munchkin and Meteor, they were so good on map 2, but they isolated to the 1v1s, and something swings out for the second. Munchkin and Meteor shut down. Thrash used to continue pushing out, and now they all group up. They don't want to let the fights get into the advantage of GENG. The TP as well, as they look to protect the spike, run down the clock. Avlakia, a nice peek out against the operator, but still so many more to go. Mindfreak's position unknown to GENG as he creeps on the rotate.
I'm expecting Jing to blast out of here at some point just to try to deal with it, but he's going to hold the position on top of the box.
He's not spotted. Finally, they get an inkling of where he's at. They did pick up the spike, but they all run in. And Texture barely getting away with his life, but he's got 20 seconds. And Jing somehow jumps backwards off of the opponent's blast pass.
Mindfreak going for it. He's got that ultimate in the bag. Trying to play a little bit of defense here for Paper X. Have the Seekers as well.
Oh, the Bosch timing's very good. Forces him to have to clear it out from afar, and Divide will get one. Something, he's stuck behind the box. Can he stay alive? Just trying to land it, and there it's going to be a kill onto Jing from Charon, but Mindfreak's already way past as he goes for a triple. Filing out from TP.
Lone player isn't overcommitting, trying to take a trade. They're waiting this out. Now there is a spam and somehow Forsaken gets one.
Oh, and the code to keep himself alive as well. He repositions. They would have to push it if they want to clear, but Charon waits patiently from afar. Gets the one-to-one trade. The Seekers now coming out from PaperX, leading them back into the site, and there is the Orbital Strike, does quite a bit of damage. Something all on his lonesome. It's going to be a 2v1, but how does he stay alive in all of this? Picks up a kill as well. The chaos where PaperX was born carries him through, keeps the pit at bay. Now the Orbital Strike from the other side as well. Charon just trying to buy time, but something, he's already entered the pit. Munchkin has to be aware of this as something snaps on. Already down to 1 HP from the decay, and it's all up to Charon, and he cannot get there in time. 7 in a row. For Pace knows that GENG, if they're able to clear the site where they're util, they are near unstoppable. Wants to get one step ahead, take the tempo back as an advantage for PaperX. Now audio cut, and Charon will use that advantage to get the angle he wants against GENG, but they haven't quite cleared something from atop the box. And it's going to be Forsaken again with another kill. Meteor with the trade. Something spotted. Charon swings back out, regaining some of that confidence that we saw from the rookie. Over at Madrid, over during kickoff.
1 enemy remaining.
2v2, Mind Freak puts Charon back in his place, and Meteor will swing around, but he can't land the shot. And the whiffs are starting to come in from GENG as eventually. But during all of that, PaperX setting up, and look at this. Odin spam comes through once again, forces him away from backside. GENG, they're not quite sure where to hold for post-plant. And there's a guiding light. It draws their crossers away for the anti, and Forsaken swings with it. There's a high tide. Now all down to Charon to try to hold on into the site as his teammates are busy with the flanks. Charon gets one. Meanwhile, the Dizzy pushes Meteor away. Munchkin with a trade, but he goes down. Meteor holding on, but Forsaken's there. And PaperX string together yet another for 9 on the board.
I mean, this is so incredibly well.
Of that link all the way to defender spawn. Now they'll get the spike down. They have the Orbital Strike. They've got the tools to finally get around, but the code comes in and tries to fill it again, but Forsaken's ready for it. One step ahead yet again. The Reckoning will tie up Lakia. It's going to be the pop flash. He'll be good for 1. But it's going to be another cascade. Vision now blurred away from GENG. Orbital Strike has to be used to buy time. The spray to ensure. Allows Devi to close the gap. 2v3 for PaperX. Devi, can he get the kills he needs to protect his teammate? No, it's going to finally be a 3-man win for GENG. They put their
Comfortable post plant. Look at him trying to hide from Mind Freak. Not sure if he got spotted or not.
Oh, but Meteor. He still gets one. That's the best that GENG could have hoped for. So now a 1-for-1 trade. You heard all the TPs. GENG, what's the plan here? They're trying to push the defender spawn, but the spike is already dropped by Lakia. He's caught unawares away from his teammates. There's the flash towards backside, and the showstopper will be the one to secure the kill. Texture noted as well. He's tied up now in a crossfire between 4 members of PaperX, and Jing grows the crosshairs, gets the kill himself, and the judge will not do anything as justice is served by PaperX.
Last round before
Something will continue to push away. Spike still not planted just yet. The site surrounded by PaperX.
spike planted.
Something trying to throw a curveball, going all the way around, being long, but Charon will swing out, get 2. The rookie putting some numbers back on the board, trying to bring home just one more round, trying to keep the hope alive for GENG as all 5 remaining members will hold on to dear life here on the site. Mind Freak gets one through the spam, but it looks impossible. As cold as he can get, it's just too many targets, and Texture with 3. It's going to be a 2-10 half. PaperX leading with a the only real thing to just allow Texture to buy time. Snakebite at the ready. It's going to be a crossfire with Charon, but Charon has to make sure that he's not the one that's first spotted. The Snakebite has to be good, but it's a wide swing out. But the flash actually gets everybody. Keeps Charon alive. He's going to be hit by the paint shells. Eventually has no exit. But time bought by GENG. PaperX, do they go for a rotate or do they stick to their guns? They've noted multiple people in hookah, but they're still not aware how many could actually be here on the B site. Now re-clearing main. Only 30 seconds. If they were to TP away, they'd have to do it on a snap as they run into more members, and they're just looking to flood. The Dizzy goes down, the Trailblazer heads, but Munchkin's good for the spam. The pop flash, but Lakia just continues to spam on a rhythm and gets 2 through the toxic screen.
Okay.
Given moment.
Seeing if maybe they could get Meteor lurking. Lakia gonna confirm.
trying to just create some space for his teammates, but they can't quite. Oh, Karen does find sight right through the toxic screen of his own, and now the high tide comes in. Meteor's ready for it right outside of Showers. Can he get the kills? He's trying to go through. Waiting for the timing. Texture will push them away with the paint shells, trying to just make sure that they clear the plant. They do. And Meteor, he's going to land the first one. He lands the second and the third. And it's a quad for Meteor as they now get a 4th round win. Control of Showers. Munchkin fills it. Forsaken goes for a swing, and he actually wins the duel out. And that's the cue for Paper Rex to start pushing in. A long-range kill onto Heaven on Meteor as well. Texture, he's caught right in the middle of the site. He has to make sure that he clears his angles, but he can't. Lamb's already taken over as well. And Paper Rex, they swarm the site. High tide out to secure even more. Jing past it, greeting for yet another kill. Wants to get close to that showstopper as soon as possible. Finds the angle, notices it's Judge.
So tough. So tough. Although Lakia just bypassing something there. So some damage still could be done. He's only got a Bulldog. Fishing to see if he can get that gun upgrade maybe before the round is over.
I mean, they'll take anything right now because they need to scrap together everything possible to try to continue here. So many teleports coming in. Lakia's a little scared about this one. Not quite ready for it. Chooses to go for the double-triple, but only good for 1 kill. No gun upgrade. And safely into Lamps. The left side of the site taken over. Waiting to see if there's a peek out, but Meteor not going to fight the bait just yet. Just waiting for backup to arrive as Karon already goes down. Tags 1, that gives Meteor the first kill. In Showers, Lakia good to cover on Lamps as well. Spike still not planted. It's going to be a rush to TP over. Munchkin's ready for it. They see the pings coming in from the neural depth. That's 1. Can he get the second? He wants to buy time. Cannot get the kills, but dwindles the numbers down. 3v2 for GENG. Paper X double swing out from Hookah. They will continue to charge forward. They don't want to miss a single beat. Something actually gets 1 kill. Now a 2v1 on the site. Meteor has to come in for backup. They need to get this crossfire right now for GENG. Lakia gets 1. Dizzy noted, and something wants to isolate the angles, wants to group them together. He's going to go for the far wraparound. Despite planning for him an elbow, he'll wait to see if a push comes through. GENG not quite aware where he's exited. Neither of them checking elbow. He gets 1, realizes he's not going to get the transfer. Thrash at the ready, sends it on a timing. Doesn't matter if he's, but he's gonna wait. Jumps over it on the box, and Meteor heads up play over the Thrash.
In that round, execute was cool. You don't see very many teams quite do it like that, so nice little piece of work there. Opening trade, good for Meteor.
Oh, there's a showstopper. Can't get away from that, though. This Meteor was trapped in back of sight. Now, GENG still trying to hold on to the back side. They will have control of it for now. As Paper Ice, they try to push through, but Texture and Munchkin are good with their shots. Something trades for 1, but it's still a 3v2 advantage for GENG. Now, Showers control and backside control for GENG. They're going to start to pressure onto the spike. The Molly already having gone down. Paper X, they will have to fight for this round, and Mindfreak gets dinged. Something tries to go for the trade, but Karon gets 1, and Texture gets the other. And GENG will start to try to string together a couple more. It goes for the blast back, stays alive. That means so much, but eventually he gets wrapped around. Now the orbital strike with the pop flash comes in, something able to stabilize the name before the cyber cage comes up. Lakia's here for backup. Now a 3v3, but weapons upgraded for Paper X. Spike will go down. Paper X get another lease in this round 18. Something spots the side of Munchkin on that jiggle. Munchkin as well goes for the check, but it's the spray down from Jing and Mindfreak. And now the IGL of GENG all alone. Gets 1, but can't get the second. Mindfreak with another triple kill. Multi kills galore.
That cost him his life, and that might have cost him the round.
Going to be that Odin coming out just to pressure GENG. Sure, a quick swing out, but not going to be able to pick up the weapon upgrade just yet. And that Odin is just mowing down GENG. Divide, letting them know that they will not push out ever again on this map, as it's about to end in the hands of Paper X. Seekers used. Lakia stuck in guarded. He will get surrounded, and Meteor's too far away. Lakia goes down. Meteor all alone with just a GENG Classic and a Stinger. Is it going to be enough against 4 members of Paper X? Quickly trying to go. Maybe try to get a weapon upgrade. Wants to go all the way for a rotate. Now it's going to be the orbital strike coming down. Paper X, they really want to just end this map right here, right now. And by pushing out this far, they should be aware, even without a TP, that it's going to be a deep lurk around. Phantom picked up, but so much time spent. And Forsaken, he hears it. He's ready for it. Mind Freak there for the trade in case things go awry. Meteor would have to be a 180 flick of his lifetime to get this. He finds one, trying to spray down, but too much time. Forsaken swings out, and Paper Rex answer back, putting down their claim to the throne once again in VCT Pacific.